Hi, fellow traders. What's happening? Well, I guess we had another one of those weird days where we had this big gap up, and I log in at 7 o'clock, bring the scans up, and I can't even fit it on my screen. That's just how many stocks are hitting the scan. And it's just odd because normally I only have from like 6 to 10 stocks that actually hit that scan. But the market is just, it is really, really volatile. And when we wake up to gap ups or gap downs, this is kind of what we're going to have. I'm disappointed in the outcome of the market, but we missed the big running trade of the day. But that's just the way it is. You're either in it or you're not in it. And some of you guys were in it, but got out and just kind of left it alone. And it didn't wake up till later on in the day. But we'll talk about the day here a little bit more in a minute. But I want to share this thought with you guys. Don't let another person's clock dictate your future. I know growing up, this was built into us, and it's something that I guess is going to be inside of us, but we have to know how to deal with it. We were given this clock, this internal clock that we use to determine how long we should be doing this or we should be doing that. And we can create a lot of inner turmoil by invoking that clock and then trying to compare it to how others are progressing. And what happens is we start to, instead of worrying about what we should be doing ourselves, we're worrying about what others are doing. And we're just spinning our wheels, wondering, should I be trying to do what this person's doing because they say they're moving faster? Or I'm not moving fast enough. I need to bring more stuff in. And, that it's going to send you down the wrong path. And you're going to end up wrecking. When it comes down to it, the only person inside of your head should be you. No one else is living your life but you. So there's no way. And actually, when you're trying to copy somebody, you worrying about what somebody else is doing and how fast they're doing it or whatever, you're actually giving them power over your life. Believe it or not. They may not know it, but they're actually dictating what you're doing with your life. And that's something that you just can't do. Now, another big problem that we have is FOMO. We have the fear of missing out of trades. And then we see other people seemingly catch this trade, catch that trade, but it gets into our head, and everywhere we look, it's like everybody's doing everything I want to do, but I just can't seem to do it. And the problem is we have to keep that focus like on ourselves. So we've got to remind ourselves that there's no reason to worry about what other people are doing. We have to worry about us. We have to free ourselves from trying to fit this into, I'm going to do this for 3 months because I should, 3 months is all I need. Is all I should need because somebody told me that. Or that this person said they did it for 3 months and they're ready to go. If you have to be in the simulator for a year, then that's how long you have to be in it till you get it. You can't put these time stamps on learning this because it's really difficult to get everything in place in order for you to be consistently profitable. It takes time. And you may think that, hey, I did everything right. I learned this, I learned that, but I just can't get it. and I should be able to get it by now. No, just take your time. Some people it takes longer. All right. Then you have to remind yourself that you are your own boss. It's up to you to do what's necessary and what you need, what you feel you need to be successful. And that's all it takes. Okay, so don't run off somebody else's clock. Don't let anybody tell you that, man, by now you should be doing this or you should be doing that or whatever. That's not something that we want to get caught up in. All right, we've got to have our own we've got to have our own time, our own timetable to making this stuff happen. All right, so don't forget about the free trial this week. I got a couple more seats. Some of you has taken advantage of it. Tomorrow, after market and chat, we have our. This is the third session of my roadmap to success, and where I'm taking you through my whole roadmap. The whole roadmap that I laid out, I reverse engineered my path to trading success. I reverse engineer it, and I'm taking you through it step by step by step. If you want to come in and check that out tomorrow, we have the live class. Just sign up. So send me an email, ed@AverageJoeTrader.com, and I'll get you fixed up. But I only got a couple more. If you miss out this time, I'll have to, I'll put you in for the next. But let me know if you are interested. All right, so you can see this morning the SPY gapped up. A really nice gap up here. And it sold off, and then it started recovering. So this is a strong red candle. This is the strongest of the red candles because we closed close to the high of the day. And a lot of times we call this a bottom and tail, but this does not mean that we're going to go higher tomorrow. That's just what this candle is telling us. This market is not respecting any technicals, so to speak. It's doing its own thing. We can analyze it based on the technicals, but it's practically doing its own thing. And so every morning we sit back and we wait and we respect the market. Let it tell us and let it give us what it wants to give us. Now, yeah, I get frustrated and irritated. Today, I thought we were going to have some really good moves. I mean, really, really good moves. But we didn't. And I got really, really frustrated. But, still took what the market gave me. I wasn't happy with it. I probably should have been happy with it. The average person would be happy with what the market was giving them. But, it gets to be frustrating. And it all boiled down to me having expectations when I shouldn't have. I should have just expected to get what the market was going to give us and not expect the market to be giving me this or the amount I should be getting more, because that's when our emotions get brought into this and we tend to start making bad decisions. So tomorrow is going to be interesting. I think right now, as we're talking, I think the SPY is trading around 312, right at 313. So we haven't really lost much out of this, but just make sure you're patient and you let the market tell you what it wants. So today, only traded BA, and I was really patient. I waited for the secondary setup. I didn't get any opening trades. Roku wasn't on my watch list, but I always have that chart up. So Roku is like if you remember my run pass option analogy, where I have these 4 or 5 targets that I could pass, and one I can hand off to my check down guy, that's Roku. But I didn't look at him today, and he made an incredible opening range breakout, textbook opening range breakout, and you traded sideways for a good bit of the day, and then it broke out its channel and gave us some really good moves. So that would have been the stop that I could have been hooked into all day and really had an incredible day. One or two of you guys, my more advanced students, they did lock into that. And matter of fact, they're still in it now. It's aftermarket, and they're still trading it. But sometimes you're in the right place at the right time. But you can't worry about that when you have a stock that you're trading in front of you. Don't worry about if something on your watch list is doing a whole lot better than the stock you're trading. You got to focus on what you're doing. And it goes back to what I was saying about not worrying about what somebody else is doing or how fast they're doing it or whatever. Same thing with your stocks. Don't worry about the other stocks. Look, when you're done with your trade, then go look at it and say, hey, what could I have done to make sure I was in this trade versus the other trade? Is there anything that I could have done? That's where the reflection part comes in. But waited for this to break down, and we broke the low of the day. So I waited for this to close below the low of the day. Here we confirmed it. I got in, took profit here, got my next target here, was trying to get to the 200, but it turned around right after I got profit here. It bounced and ended up taking me out. And so I waited, got back in under the 200, hit my first target, and then quickly came back and stopped me out. And by then I was pissed, because even though it was giving me base hits, and we did pretty good today, profit wise, but it could have been more. It could have been a bigger day. I was thinking this type of day, we can make $700 to $1,200, depending on if you get in the right stock and you maximize the potential of it. But just got really, really frustrated, and you can see it just started grinding up. So it never gave me another opportunity to short, and then I wasn't buying into all of this resistance. So it never gave me another clean opportunity. And here in aftermarket, it's selling off. I mean, it ran up to right at 200 aftermarket, and then it just started selling off. So it's down around 195 right now. And the market's not selling off. So I don't know what's up with that. I know we had some announcements about the cruise ships and what's going on with them. I think they're being delayed again, or their voyages are suspended for even more time. So that's gonna hurt them. But I don't see where BA and the airlines are getting caught up in that right now. Maybe because when some of them you have to fly to catch the boat. So that it all may be tied into one another. But tomorrow I think is going to be interesting. Again, you just don't know. The excitement is what's going to happen major. Where's the market going to be when I wake up? What's going to be moving? I mean, it's really an exciting time in the market. It's a little difficult to trade sometimes when we're not getting any clear direction, and the stocks are just they make a move early and then they just flatline for 2/3 of the day, and then late they make another move. You got to exercise patience, but it's really, really exciting right now. Even though it's boring, it's exciting because we don't know what's coming next. And just to be here for it is something. So again, we're going to get back at it tomorrow. Don't forget, you guys, if you want to do the trial, let me know. It's for this whole week. You can come in tomorrow, join the class. I will keep it open through Sunday, so you could come in on the Sunday morning session that we do. But that'll be it. So you'll see exactly what we do, how we do it. And if you want to join us, you'll have the option. And I'll give you some options at the end. But this is just a way for you to come in and spend some time. A lot of you guys have been asking about that, wanting to do that. And I've kind of made a way to where I could let a few people come. So let me know, Ed at AverageJoeTrader.com, and I will hook you up. So that's going to do it for me tonight. I hope you guys have a great rest of the day, and we'll get back at this in the morning.